Sheriff Bill Brown laid out a mass murder roadmap, if you will, for lack of a better term, during his second news conference since the tragedy unfolded. Our Tracy Lair brings us more on the suspected killer, including where he got his guns.
The sheriff showed off a picture of Elliot, Oliver, Robertson, Roger, taken from one of his many YouTube rants about the hot women who rejected him. He also showed photos of 3 semi-automatic handguns bought legally in Goleta, Oxnard, and Burbank prior to an April 30th welfare check.
He did not meet the criteria for 5150 of the Welfare Institutions Code, which is what would authorize him being held temporarily for an examination. He expressed to the deputies that he was having difficulties with his social life and that he probably would not be returning to school in the next year.
It all started at his Seville Road apartment where 3 men were stabbed to death. Brown said they did not receive a 911 call. His next stop, the Alpha Phi sorority, mentioned in his manifesto.
Several members of this sorority reported hearing loud and aggressive knocking at the front door, which lasted for 1 to 2 minutes. Fortunately, no one opened the door.
He shot across Embarcadero del Norte, killing 2 women from other UCSB sororities and injuring a 3rd. His next stop, the Ivy Deli Mart on Pardal, where Richard Martinez's only son was fatally wounded. Ivy deputies were on Roger's trail as he took off shooting from the window of his black BMW, then drove the wrong way toward Del Playa. He exchanged gunfire with deputies on foot and struck a cyclist on his way to Camino del Sur. At Sabato Tarde, 3 more pedestrians were struck by bullets. Deputies exchanged gunfire, hitting Roger in the hip. He then hit another cyclist who smashed through his front windshield as Roger drove off toward El Embarcadero and Del Playa again. When his BMW crashed into a parked car, officers pulled Roger out, handcuffed him, and noticed a gunshot wound to his head.
It would appear as though he took his own life at this point.